Wushang and Barasa coming out here in doubles up against the Orion and the Ragnar from Blue and Sprite. So we were talking about how Katars are kind of rarely favored in doubles in the first place. Sprite bringing out an Axe Legend who has Katars as that secondary weapon and already going off stage against Phazon. I think his stock deck is gone. Oh, that wasn't Nair, that was recovery instead. He does end up coming back to the stage, but Phazon getting a lot of damage in the opening of this game one.
Good recovery from Sprite. Now trying to divide out those 1v1s once more. Phazon, no matter who is on the left side of that stage, is going to be facing a pummeling from these gauntlets. We haven't even seen the axe from Phazon just yet. But look at this, the immediate retreat from everyone on blue team back towards the center of the stage. That's going to limit the amount of space that especially the Orion has to work with.
Yeah, Phazon kind of just very Nair happy off the side of the stage with the gauntlet so far. Sprite finally getting a good combo start with that D-Light Dare. Nice job, double D-Light reset into Nair. So much damage going both ways, and neither team can really find a close here on this first stock. Team combo coming out from Cody. Oh, interrupted by the weapon throw. And that was an amazing play coming out from Glue there, with that weapon throw to stop that neutral signature, because Phazon and Cody get that set up all the time. Silent recovery not coming through. And both, honestly, this has been an amazing game where, like, the reason why the stocks are lasting so long is because both teams are doing such a great job saving their teammate when they're caught in the middle of a fray.
Yeah, and that's a really good, you know, we were talking about communication with Cody and Phazon, but just like an intuitive thing coming up from Sprite and Glue goes to show what kind of chemistry they've had already. That being said, though, Sprite off stage, it's not up to Glue to save him, though.
No,
and now,
Phazon didn't jump.
Oh, Phazon!
That's brutal. He didn't refresh his jump to the side of the stage. He's like, I got this. He doesn't jump Nair, and he just falls during the animation. And because when you miss a move in Brawlhalla as opposed to hit the move, the end lag on that could be pretty severe.
I mean, on the bright side, at least that was the end of Phazon's first stock. He was the only one left at 3, so if there's any time to remove your buffer, it's now. And we're pretty much resetting back into neutral. Everyone just fighting their usual fights. It's Cody to kind of lean more towards the right side of the stage. It's Phazon to kind of guide people over with those Sares, but the setups are there, and as we approach the end of the stocks once more, we have to wait and see what those setups are looking like. It's Glue, who's been mostly going for these signatures, looking for the setups. He was big on the D6 earlier on in the first stock. This time around, though, he's setting up for the neutral sig once more with that lance. Doesn't connect, though, but there it is.
I think that was worth. If the Sarah didn't come through, Cody just would have gotten a knockout on his own, and at least there they made it a trade. Phazon, the one player with 2 stocks on the screen, has been dead even this entire game. They've actually been matching each other's pace quite well. It's the first uninterrupted team combo I think I've seen from Cody and Phazon so far. And then Glue just responds very quickly with a down sig. But Cody has gotten a lot of free down airs coming in here on Sprite to where this could be the difference maker in game number 1. He has taken a ton of damage.
Yeah, and Glue and Sprite have been on that back heel for quite a while, or I guess for the entirety of this match, but they have been able to relatively stay even. I'm a little worried about Sprite right now. He's been in the midst of the fray the most out of everybody else. Phazon taking themselves out of battle at least a little bit, but he's been doing a pretty good job of landing those critical hits. That being said, though,
whoa, Cody
Glue
taking a few critical hits himself as that recovery comes through. Tries to get a pickup neutral light on the blasters, and Glue manages to get right through, but Phazon finds the knockout on the Sprite. 1v2 situation here from Glue versus Phazon and Cody, and they've got a setup here. No, went for a hard read with the neutral signature, actually. Cody was in position to go for something right afterwards. He's trying to keep him in the sky, and that haymaker just barely doesn't knock out. What a read.
Yeah, and this is a really good opportunity for Glue 2 to dissolve the 1v2. It's not going to happen, though. Good reset from Cody, the sider, to close out game number 1. Phazon. I want to give a lot of props to Phazon there. He did something similar to what we saw in South America yesterday, where Hughes was on the Finn pick, had very little defense. Not necessarily the same as the Wushang, but would take himself out of battle a lot to allow a lot more firepower to go on Cody Travis's end.
Yeah, that's just how they've played, right? Like, Cody tends to be just, they have a very straightforward team composition in terms of, like, Cody being the frontline tank with the high defense Barasa, who will tend to open up or destroy whatever game plan that their opponents have, and then Phazon playing a very supporting role there. And I think you'll find that's going to be the case throughout the entire of the tournament run and why they're so successful with that. And then every once in a while, when he needs to, Phazon will get 3 to 4 crazy offstage stocks and clutch out a game where Cody might have been struggling, and that's why I love watching these two play doubles more than anybody else. But Glue and Sprite kept it so competitive with them that always opening up on stage with Phazon's gauntlets, that I'm actually curious how the rest of this game's going to play out. Like, was that just a surprise to Cody and Phazon in game number 1 where they're like, whoa, Glue and Sprite have leveled up, and now we know what to do, and now we're going to be fine, this will be a 3-0, or are we about to see a very tumultuous game 5 coming out between these two players? That recovery comes through, and that might silence any any ideas of this going anywhere else that I thought that I had, because that was a super early stock.
No, you're absolutely right. That's going to change the dynamic a lot between Glue and Sprite here for probably the rest of the game, unless Sprite wants to take it. Oh! Upward a little bit more of the battle here, but look at this. Both offstage. Phazon, Cody now back online. They have to try to retrieve those weapons. Phazon having to go unarmed against Sprite 1v1. Cody's there for the initiation. Goes for a great dare to keep Glue at bay.
Yeah.
But Sprite's back into the air, though.
That's a lot of damage coming up. Wait, Glue hitting Sprite with
Good
that
recovery.
Side air to the left. Phazon chase dodging down, gets the nair, side air, chasing, Glue all the way. If he gets hit by the recovery, oh no! Okay, that was about the worst case scenario. I didn't even imagine a scenario like that was possible. But Cody misjudged the full max distance range of Lance recovery, and then Phazon, after using all of his jumps to chase him underneath the stage, never touched the stage to begin with and just fell, and now they are behind a stock. That was a great recovery from Glue.
Sprite was doing really something interesting. You know, it was, again, Glue taking himself out a little bit more, making sure that there was no potential for Cody and Phazon to go for these 1v2s. Sprite was then isolated, taken out, and in that time between the respawn, it was up to Cody and Phazon once again to go for that 1v2. And, again, big buffer difference here. Glue is down a single stock compared to everybody else because of what happened at the beginning of this game. Good down sig. Let's see, Phazon back on stage, though.
Yeah, Phazon has been hyper-aggressive off stage. In fact, every time that somebody goes off stage, he gives them one jump, then he goes out there, tries to get a fastball in there, and continue the string. He's really just been going with reckless abandon. No care for his own stock. Lots of nair follow-ups after those sidelights as well. Sprite going all the way out there to challenge Cody, and Cody making it back and then getting some damage on his way back, too. Red team really running away with the lead this time. I mean, Sprite's a D-Light side or D-Light recovery from going down. But that side sig, maybe he gets a double knockout and he takes the lead again.
Yeah, it really comes down to Sprite right now. If he can be the last one with that second stock, it's going to make what happened to Glue in the beginning of this game a lot less worse overall. That being said, though, Phazon is playing so safe to try to keep up with Cody. There is the 1v2 again. Recovery goes through.
That was a rare miscommunication there, where I'm wondering what was going on with the comms, because Cody was letting a Sair rip in preparation for D-Light Cider from Spear, but Phazon went for the recovery, thinking that Cody was going to do his own Blaster's recovery. So a little bit of a mismatch up there, and now it's an even game because of it.
Good mix-ups in the center of the stage. A nair from Sprite. A good spot dodge away from Cody. It's allowing Glue to really be activated here with this Lance. Good side airs keeping Red team at bay. Phazon's back in the air. Now you have to wonder, Lance in hand from Glue. Will those neutral sigs come out again and take down Phazon?
Yeah, the neutral sig, down sig, side sig, a lot can come out there.
Really.
Friendly fire on Sprite, probably the one thing that you don't want in this situation. Weapon throw stops Cody from dash jumping straight into a blast from Glue, but there it is. Phazon gets the knockout. Double knockout!
Wow.
All right, there we go. Glue clutching game 2, and I gotta say, Keg, I think that game was decided off of the miscommunication on that combo. We're probably not going to see it in the replay because we didn't get the knockout screen for it, but there was a moment where Phazon, off of Cody's Blaster's Dare, hit a D-Light, a sidelight D-Light into recovery on Spear, but Cody was buffering a side air expecting the downlight side air, and they didn't get the knockout for it.
It's weird to say that that's the win condition for game 2 when we saw Glue pretty much get taken out of their first stock within, what, 20 seconds of the game starting, and he was the last one on the stage at the end of everything there. So big props to the Sprite and Glue for ensuring that they could play a lot more of a safer game. Take advantage of the fact that someone like Phazon very early on loves to go for the over-aggression, leading to the offstage pressure.
Yeah, now we're here in a even set count, 1-1, back on Demon Island, where I thought that with that early recovery that you just talked about that happened to Glue was going to result in an explosive lead coming out from Cody and Phazon, and instead it turned into a really great comeback coming up from the blue team. And Glue goes down really early again. Sprite could follow. Let's find out. Phazon tries to go for a dodge, and Rikas to side air. He still has a stock to play with, but in the meantime, he's getting team combo onto Glue. Recovery comes off the top, and just like that, Glue down twice in 45 seconds. And Sprite just spent that entire team combo recovering back to the stage just to get stared again. And those are moments, and this is something that I call out more in North America than anything else, because this is what happens, because North America teams have such great team combos. It is sometimes just better to go to the blast zone so you can get back to the stage and save your teammate from getting 0 to knockout. It's really brutal.
But at this point, Tazo, what do you do if you're spraying Glue? You're so down in stocks no matter where you look. Phazon, relatively unscathed in the first stock here. has yet to be contested. He's fishing off stage purposely to see who, most likely Sprite there, could have gone a little too far out towards the blast zone, but we're back in the frame once more. A big mix-up over towards the ledge once again. Sprite is fishing for these signatures. He's unable to find the neutral sig. He sets up for the GC recovery.
There's a few alley-oops here that Cody and Phazon have been missing. But overall, really, really strong game 3 coming out from them. 5 stocks to 1. I mean, at this point, Sprite's just going to use as much time as he can for, if they are talking about it, they're talking about this game and getting ready for the next one, right? Because realistically, you don't make this comeback.
I mean, if, in theory, let's say Sprite does do it, will this be the greatest 2v2 comeback of all time?
It'd be so great that I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm not even looking at that. I want to talk a little bit about what's been... okay, Cody. There we go. Neutralite. It's the Deolite side air. Drops the recovery there as well. If anything, Sprite's like kind of giving Cody and Phazon a chance to remember all their team combos. Gets the neutral signature there off the left side of the stage, and that's the 4 stock. We're going to see the knockout from the team combo. And the thing that I want to highlight is Sprite. Okay, no, we're not going to see it actually. It happened before that. So never mind. But if we did see it, you would have seen that Sprite had spent all of his time recovering from the left side of the stage, trying to get back to center. And during that time, that was when Glue, who had just came back to the stage with a fresh stock, was getting team comboed, right? And I'm wondering, like, in those cases, like, this is something that Boomy and Sandstorm pioneered. Boomy would just look at that, and he would fast fall off the left side of the stage and get back as soon as possible so that he could at least throw an unarmed nair or recovery and save his teammate before they just get deleted.
Yeah, I mean, that just really promotes that higher level play. One thing that we didn't really get to see on screen before we went into this matchup is that Demon was immediately banned out by Sprite and Glue. They did not want to go back there, you know, whether it be a smaller stage, having the floating platforms to work with, slightly longer ledges too to work with. I think that's going to
anything's better than Demon Islands.
Yeah, it's going to benefit them a lot more, and we're seeing...
Look at that.
It really, to me, it feels like this set is dictated by the first 30 seconds of each game.
Well...
It's a lot of over-aggression early.
I think you could say that if you were looking at Game 3, but Game 2, right?
Game 2 is an outlier.
Yeah. And in this case, we haven't really seen a situation where Cody went down this early, and it was to Sprite's guitars off the left side of the stage, and I would have thought that the bigger walls would have helped him there, but no, he just really got outplayed, and Sprite's continuing to tack on more damage to Cody here, where Cody had not really gotten anything started. Meanwhile, when Cody tries to stabilize, Phazon is also getting comboed a ton, and that side air might just be enough to be able to get the edge guard here. Down might put Cody down to 2 stocks, falling there. This is all Sprite. What is going on here?
Wow.
Sprite's destroying them.
And we were wondering about going into this, like, where the guitars would be activated, right? And I think with Phazon playing almost exclusively aerial in all 3 games so far, maybe a little bit of ledge guarding, sure, but really it's this big counteraction with the nairs coming out from Sprite that's shutting a lot of that down. Look at this 2v1 combo. Beautiful work, Phazon melting down his second stock. Cody already at 1.
Calm down,
This
Sprite.
is a reversal of game number 3.
Yeah, I don't really know where this came from. I'm like looking at Cody and I'm like, Sprite is destroying him. Honestly,
yeah,
Neutralite will
this
stop.
Is the Sprite show.
But meanwhile, Glue. I mean, Glue, let's not sleep on Glue. Glue had an amazing comeback in Game 2, right? A little bit of went to sleep in Game number 3, but Sprite still has 3 stocks, and I think he's taken 4. From the enemy team right now. That's all the stocks that have been gone. No, Glue just had the neutral stick knockout. But I mean, it's still pretty good.
Oh, I was about the caster's curse. I was gonna say there's an iota of a chance this could be a flawless game from Sprite, but no. Side air, though.
Is it flawless to you if there's some damage on him? Or
I would say so. Because, like, realistically speaking, there's never really going to be a game of 2v2s that don't take damage.
I have seen...
Where you take no damage?
Yeah, in singles and doubles. I have seen some.
This late in a tournament?
Not this late.
Okay.
No, never.
Maybe like in ranked, but like at this level,
in ranked,
like there's no way. But good comeback coming out from
if they get the team
Cody.
combo on Sprite here, Phazon and Cody could do it. This is a really tough situation to be in, but they brought it back from a 5 stock to 2 deficit to a 2 stock to 2 game. Gets the team combo, D-Light and Neutralite. Cody gets the sidelight, side air on the Glue. Phazon can get the edge guard here. Glue has no jumps left. That's it. Glue's stock is gone. He throws the weapon to stop things. Now Sprite in this 1v2 situation. I cannot believe that it's come to this. Side air comes forward. Cody, okay, side stick comes through, and Sprite has to make this 1v2 happen where he dash jumps all the way off the right side of the stage. And I mean, if they drop this, that's just it. They're going to the elimination bracket.
And look at the respect. Both players individually are giving Sprite.
He misses the neutral light.
They're looking for the 2v1 combo. It's the only way Sprite can lose.
Yeah, Sprite. Well, he can get chip damage here. Neutral light comes forward. Cody tries to get that dash forward sidelight, but the knockback's a little too strong, and they're continuing to starve him of weapons. But the Nair comes through, and Sprite got the edge guard. Side air comes through. Side tick narrowly avoided. Neutral light a recovery. D-light recovery. He misses. It's a little too slow. Goes for the weapon throw. Neutral light stops the dash land forward, and Phazon, is that going to be it? He avoids the recovery one more time. Oh, he avoided 3 in a row. Phazon keeps getting hit by the neutral light, and now he's without a weapon. He's with no weapon. Weapon throw recovery. Can Phazon get this? What? They're both on. He misses the D-light, and the weapon spawn comes in favor for Sprite. Another weapon spawn comes through. Is Phazon going to risk it? Oh,
no weapons.
Oh, D-light recovery, and that's still not enough damage. Oh, Sprite fighting for his life.
The world wants Sprite to win.
Sidelight comes through. Phazon could go for a pogo falling stare. No dodge. Neutral light puts him off stage. No dodge again. What is happening?
No! What was probably the single greatest match Sprite has played, shut down at the very end by Phazon. I mean, again, we talked about the respect given by Cody and Phazon at that very end. They wanted to go for the 2v1. They didn't want to take the risk because of how...
Look at the stocks and the damage.
Yeah, the damage was so high up.
It was 4 stocks to 2? Yeah.